An Australian woman found out that her male coworkers were tracking her period. This is such a bizarre story. So according to news.com.au, first of all, this woman, she's friends with one of the writers at news.com.au. So that's how this story came to light. And she told news.com that she got into an argument. This is how she discovered that her male colleagues were tracking her period. She got into an argument with one of her male coworkers, and he told her that the reason why she was still single is, quote unquote, she talked back. So she obviously got annoyed by that statement. She clapped back and he said, "Oh, are you on your period?" And she says, quote, "I was shocked and said, yes. How do you know?" And at that point, her coworker revealed that he had been tracking her period on a calendar.
What?
And then shared that calendar of her tracked period with all of the other male coworkers in the office. And she goes on to say to tell news.com, quote, "They want to stay away from me when I'm PMSing because I get a bit moody." Thoughts, Barbara?
Wow.
Don't do this. Period.
Yep.
I was going to say that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go with the flow.
Ooh. That was good.
Oh, I had a best episode of Office ever.
Yeah. Awkward to the max. See, Pad. Okay. All right.
It works.
So, first of all, if you looked at the comment section, a number of people immediately saying like how invasive this is. So invasive, but then a lot of people making jokes.
How's it invasive?
Oh, people are watching you, tracking you.
They're like, your flow is heavy today. It's the 3rd of the month.
Right. They're like watching me go to the bathroom to see if I have a tampon in my hand. They're watching you're being watched.
Everyone's
so
being watched
invasive.
at the office.
I will say this though, Sam.
It's funny, but it's super invasive.
Super invasive, yes, but a little bit fascinating that a male had the brains to be like, you know what? You're on your period, right? You're in the 3rd day of your period. Have you, you know what I mean? Like,
it's every girl's nightmare.
Maybe, yeah.
But girls do it to each other.
It's every girl's nightmare when you are on your period in an office workplace and you have to change your tampon and your pad out. It is a covert operation. You find a place to hide it.
It's so and you always periods are natural. They're biological.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
natural.
of
You always
course.
think of like how embarrassed.
You always think of like a way to hide it, and you're like every time you leave the bathroom, you're like, phew, like no one has any idea, like nailed it, Grace, amazing. So to find out that in fact they knew that why you were going to the bathroom and what was going on, and then they tracked it is also insane. And also this office is not working their workers hard enough if they have this sort of time to create a calendar.
I agree, and I also don't like that they immediately will assume, because she said there was other incidents, like any time that she talks back, that they will, "Are you on your period?" That's bullshit. Like, that's happened to me before, like where if I spoke up and I wasn't even angry, I just spoke up. I've had someone in a previous, and this was a while ago, and the male colleague was young. He was like 22 years old. Still, he said to me, "Are you on your period?" A, I wasn't on my period. 2, just because I'm talking back and speaking up to myself doesn't mean that I'm on my period and moody. It's bullshit.
Are you on your period or something?
You kidding me?
Super sexist, super wrong. Like fireable offense, or at least like HR intervention. People need to be taught that you should not bring up people's periods at work. That said, my girlfriend tracks mine. She's like, "What day of the month is it?" Yep. For me, when I get angry and moody, I have a cycle. She's like,
so
"It's
does
the
Mark.
22nd,
Men
isn't it?"
have cycles too.
They do.
100% have cycles as well.
Sam, I agree with you 100% as well that it's disrespectful. It's not cool. It's it's immature. But at my day job, the girls talk about, "Oh, we're all synced up."
Oh yeah.
Are we?
So can we bring that up? Can we be like, yeah, you are perioding.
Double
It's very
standard.
obvious. I'm just saying what you said.
100% there are symptoms where you will be more irritable or more moody, but
Tell me about it.
But you so let's talk about the syncing up though, because when I was on a swim team, we all synced up.
In the pool together.
What do you guys do?
Get out of
Sync up, unite.
Out of the pool!
It's pretty remarkable.
This shark can smell this a mile away!
It means you can have children.
Your sister
pretty
can
remarkable.
sync
Like, let's not, if we're irritable,
Not that week.
Guys, if
Maybe we're irritable because you're being a dick.
if we're irritable on our
That's
periods,
just not it.
it's because our uterine lining is being ripped out by our own body and then flushed out with blood.
Thank you.
So
Wow.
it sucks.
And then
and
we-
if guys were peeing out blood and getting insane cramps to the point where my girlfriend fainted last
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
you would have you would be
Well,
like,
Yo.
Well,
Yeah.
Lizzie,
Whoa, my dog, my dog,
I am
Grace,
on my
my
period. No, I'm just kidding.
And
Pampering.
Track it, viewers.
on top of that, then you have to stick something up your body. That's not fun for hours at a time to stick like a big old cotton wad up there.
No, I'd like to apologize. I think we would both like to apologize for not having periods.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sounds
It's a
like,
personal
Don't
flaw.
get me wrong. That sounds like the worst, most
Torture
psychotic
ever.
thing to happen to someone.
We-
I would be a little weirded out too
We
every time.
should say because you know the hashtag member if men had periods, that brought up a big conversation about trans men having periods. So we do need to make sure that we talk about that. It's not just a female problem.
Oh,
that
God,
trans
what do you
men
do?
have periods too, and some women don't have periods.
Yeah.
because
Lucky.
because of
Birth control.
biological or birth
Yeah.
control or their
Seasonal. Is that
thyroid.
still a
So
They're trans women.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you said, Brad, did you say
But in
seasonal?
I think the one
Seasonal.
thing we can all agree on
birth
is that
control.
periods suck. That's it. They just
but they're
suck.
beautiful
Exclamation
too.
point.
But they're beautiful
No,
too.
they're
Yeah, they
not.
are.
They're bad.
What?
They're gross.
You
And
know,
I
Prove
hate
Baby.
it. Prove it. There's only one way to prove it is send a photo. Tag it.
All right.
what?
Please share your
Period.
thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.